Hi, welcome to the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and today we're going to revisit the Walthers 110 foot turntable. Okay, and I bought this turntable, I believe, in September of last year, and got it finally installed, because I was progressing in other areas of the layout. Finally got around to this area and getting it installed early this year, January, February 2021. And it worked great. Okay. Now the installation of this turntable was a little more unique. Normally you use the template that comes with it, cut a hole in your layout bed work, your framework, so that it'll sit down in there. Okay, my layout sits on these cabinets down here, and as you can see, and the cabinet is at this level. It's built up a little bit above that, right? And then there's a plywood base on it. So you got the cabinet has a top to it, and then you got a piece of plywood that's there, and then you have the foam and the landscaping. And when I installed it, I cut a hole in the upper plywood to accept the depression of the turntable pit, and a little bit further to accept the electronics module that sits in the center of the turntable. Okay. Well, about a month ago, for whatever reason, the turntable quit working, and it was overloading my transformer that was powering it. Okay, so I disconnected it and went through some fault tree analysis and to logically attempt to isolate where the problem was, because there's three different electronic components to a Walthers turntable. You have the control module underneath the center of the turntable. You have electronics within the bridge work down here, and you have the actual operating control panel right over here. Okay, so went through it all, and the problem seemed to be the control panel underneath the center here, which then posed some problematic issues, because there was no way to get to it to remove it. Okay, and it looked like I was going to have to tear out my scenery to pull up this turntable pit to get to the module. Okay, but ultimately I found another way of doing it. Going in, these are actually two different cabinets with a door here and a door on the other side, plus there's some storage area back there, and between the three areas I was able to cut away at the cabinet walls and top to be able to get to that center module on that turntable, and I'll show you what I'm talking about there in just a second. But anyway, I did get it replaced, and it's everything. I replaced the bridge, the operating control panel, and the electronics module. Did them all, just because, in case I was wrong, I didn't want to have to go through a series of fixes, and just wanted to do them all at one time, get them done with. And I must say, I wrote to Walthers, said I'd bought it. It's been within the year. I said I believe it's still under warranty. No questions asked. They shipped me a new 110 foot turntable, complete. All right. And in addition, they tested it to make sure it all worked before they shipped it. That's good. We all, give Walthers a bad rap on their instructions sometimes. I gotta say the customer service was by far a superior rating. Okay, I took all the old components, boxed them back up, shipped those out today to Walthers. So, but anyway, as you'll be able to see here, it's currently at track 11. Let's take and put it on 15 so it can go out. There she goes around. And she does line up perfectly as programmed. So, it's working perfectly. Stay tuned and I'll show you the inside here and what I had, an up close and personal look at what all I had to do. Because that's where the tip of the day really is. If you're going to install one of these, make sure you have access to the underside of it. Okay? So stay tuned. Okay, so here we are under one side of the cabinets, and you can see where it's been drilled and cut away, and you can see where it's been cut away on the back side as well, where that light is appearing. And if we go around to the other cabinet and open the door over there, we can look back at it, and you can see where this has been cut away, the top of the cabinet and the sides and the back, etc. And there's the blue control module, electronics module, with the 4-wire plug for the 2 DC wires for the DCC track power wires, and then the 2 white wires to the right is the 16-volt AC that runs the motor to turn the turntable. And then you have the data wire, which is a 4-pair telephone jacks that run from this electronics module over to the operating control panel. So the real tip of the day is what I should have done when I originally installed this was put a bigger hole with better access underneath. This was quite the challenge, moving wires. Luckily, I didn't cut anything, but it was not an easy task, and in some very tight spaces. So, anyway, I want to thank you for joining me here at the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. Again, I'm Steve, and y'all have a great day. Bye now.